Hey, welcome to this edition of the Hot Seat here at UniTec Career Center. Our guest today is Mr. Eric Bryan. Eric taught at the high school for several years. In addition, now he is in the tech department. I'll let you explain a little bit about what you do before we get started.
I'm the instructional coach at the high school, so I help with PLC coordinating on meetings and different things, and help research things for teachers and getting resources, and also with a whole lot with ed tech stuff,
Okay.
with the Chromebooks and all that fun stuff.
Eric is being sponsored today by Miss Susan Dix of Deloge. Surprise to you
Yeah.
that was your sponsor.
Yeah.
But she called Mr. Lowry and requested this. You too can be a sponsor for only $25. You can request someone that you like to be on the hot seat, or as Jason says, someone you don't like. You can put them in the hot seat, and all the donations go to the radio TV program here at UniTec. So we're going to go ahead and get started if you're ready to go,
Okay.
Mr. Bryan. Question
I'm ready.
number one. What was your favorite TV show as a teenager?
As a teenager, oh man. Well, anything to do with superheroes, but the first thing that comes to mind, and I guess I was a teenager at this point, in about 93, 94, when Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Lois and Clark,
Came on,
okay.
yeah.
With Dean Cain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Answer yes or no to these three things. Have you ever worn Crocs?
No.
Carhartt jacket?
Yes.
Bold glasses?
Yes.
Okay. Number three. One of the things that you and I like to do when we taught, you taught across the hall from me for years. One of the things that we both did, I think that kept our students engaged, was we read in character from whatever book or short story we're reading. I want you to give us just a brief clip of Mayella Ewell from To Kill a Mockingbird. Can you get your Mayella Ewell voice
Okay.
going real quickly?
I think I can. So Mayella was just this kind of inept, backward, uneducated poor girl.
Yes.
And so she would sit there. She sat there in the courtroom, all nervous and everything. She said, "Come here, boy. I'll give you a nickel if you come over and bust up this shift rope."
I was hoping that was the piece you were going to do. Great job with busting up the shift rope. You were a finalist and won a couple years, but you were a finalist in lip sync contests several years. If we had to do a lip sync contest today, what's your go-to song?
Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer.
Bon
Okay.
Jovi.
Little Bon Jovi. What's your favorite all-time movie?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Okay. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Favorite book and short story to teach?
Oh. Favorite book to teach, I think I'd probably go with To Kill a Mockingbird. Favorite short story. Man.
You were a big Stephen King guy. Taught a lot
Yeah.
of Stephen King stuff.
And if I go with a Stephen King one, it's Uncle Otto's Truck. It was this really weird and obscure. not a
Truck's
lot of
getting
people-
closer to the house.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
remember
love
the
that
story.
one. But then another one that I really liked was Lamb to the Slaughter, which
Oh,
was turned into
Roald Dahl.
Yeah, which was turned into a Alfred Hitchcock Present episode.
Right. And we used both those in class.
Mhm.
Both of us did. When you first started at North County, you had a year at Fredericktown, or
Right.
maybe 2 years, 1 year?
Right, 1 year.
Then you came to North County. I remember your first day you came in, shirt and tie, prim and proper. Second day you came in, shirt and tie, prim and proper, and we had that conversation. You're going to dress us all into a dress code. We're all going to have to wear this. One of your mentors was Steve Cross. He was unsuccessful in convincing you to stop wearing that tie. What was it that brought you to stop wearing the tie?
Well, I guess you bantering me all the time, and Ellen Shunks telling me the same thing, too.
Yes.
You gotta stop wearing that tie.
Ellen was the answer I was looking for because she was on you all the
Yeah.
time about you don't have to wear a tie every day.
Yep.
Who was your favorite elementary and high school teacher? A couple of them you can throw out there. if you
Okay,
need
so
to.
elementary teachers might surprise some people, especially my fellow North County folks, but Mrs. Hunter was my favorite elementary teacher. Yeah. And if some of you had never seen her, she had a high, sort of a beehive hairdo. She wore loads of perfume. You could smell her coming a mile away. She wore a lot of makeup, and she told it as it was. She would tell the kids in class that if they stunk, she told them. I remember specifically her sitting at her desk and putting tissues in her nose and sitting there with them hanging out of her nose and telling us that the class stunk.
Yeah.
So she did,
shower up.
Yeah. So no love lost there, but I loved her because she would do that.
Right.
High school teacher, man, I had so many. And my wife Sarah and I were just talking about this last night, how many good ones we had. Dan and Ellen Shunks, Sue Wilkie, Ken Wilkie, all of them.
Okay. What kind of car did you drive in high school?
My first car was a 1983 Monte Carlo.
G-body style.
Yeah. And
Right.
it was like a light tan color. My friends liked to call it the Ghetto Cruiser.
The Ghetto Cruiser.
And then it was.
Was it tan or was it more of a hang-around brown?
No,
tan.
it was tan. It was tan,
Okay.
but with a hang-around brown interior.
Okay. Okay.
Velvet interior.
All right. Velour.
Velour, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite brand of clothing?
Well, I'm going to show my age now because right now my favorite brand of clothing is usually anything from Target.
Okay. Anything from Target, not just one thing.
Just
anything from Target.
Stuff from Target. Target's the best. We need one.
If you had to change your first name, what would it be?
Change my first name. Rick.
Rick? Not Richard. Rick
No,
for sure. Okay.
Rick.
Okay. What was your favorite job that you had outside of education?
That would have been in college. I worked for Blockbuster Video. Had a blast working.
Yeah, video store. Great job for a college
Yeah.
college student. Real quickly, side note: what movie do you think you rented out the most over the years? Was there one that just you had multiple copies of, and people just came in? You know, I know when I did that in
can't-
college, it was like Crocodile Dundee,
Yeah.
or that was a big run on Platoon.
I can't think of
Okay,
one specifically. No.
all right. Funniest thing you ever saw happen at school?
Funniest thing I saw happen at school. Wow. Well, I mean, aside from our practical jokes that we played on people. in
A lot
the
of
hallway
those.
from
A lot
time
of
to
those.
time. I guess there was a moment in my classroom not too long ago when it's probably one of my last times full time in the classroom, and somehow or another the kids learned that I didn't like oranges.
I remember this. Yeah.
And it's not the taste; it's just the texture. It's just that chewy, meaty, veiny sort of. It's awful. So the kids learned that I didn't like them. They just thought it was I just didn't like the sight or the touch of them or whatever. So one day I'm in the middle of class, just teaching along, and I think this might have been a class with Blake Decker in it. And slowly to the front of my room comes an orange, rolling from the back all the way up to my podium. Class is completely silent, doing what they were supposed to be doing, but this rogue orange just decides to come up to my podium.
Right.
And it just lost it.
And I remember after that, they would hide them throughout your room.
Oh yeah,
from time to time.
they'd leave them for me.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I know your mom and I know your dad, so I think this is a good question. Corporal punishment, spanking, being grounded, mouth washed out with soap, all the above or none?
All the above.
All the above. What soap? Well, I was a connoisseur as a kid of soaps. What do you think the best tasting soap is?
Oh, I don't know. I think I got a Dove one time. I even got a liquid soap one time.
Yeah, I did too. Irish Spring, I think, had a little bit of minty taste.
that Irish Spring was probably
The worst by far, lava.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, I got a lot of sodium in lava. List some of your pet peeves. You got a bunch of them, so
Okay.
I'll limit you to a handful.
All right. Clothes on dogs.
Clothes on dogs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
People who have bad grammar.
Okay.
That's not too hard.
Okay.
Um,
I know one of yours. Christmas lights up all the time.
yeah, no, can't do that. And especially, or Halloween decorations at Christmas.
Yes.
I mean, folks, come on, get a grip.
Okay. Who would play you in a movie about yourself?
Probably Nick Swardson.
Nick Swardson.
I've had several students tell me that I remind them of him.
Okay.
Facial expressions and different things, so I guess.
Okay. Multiple choice here. Knight Rider, Seinfeld, or Friends?
Oh, no, you can't do this to me. Knight Rider's never. I can't imagine Knight Rider winning any sort of Emmys. Seinfeld did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go with Seinfeld over Friends and Knight Rider.
I would too. Good choice there. If you found out today that you were an expectant father of twins, what boy and girl name would you select?
Well, my wife and I talked about Colin a lot when Liam was born.
Okay.
So that's probably a boy name. A girl name, and it's kind of a family name, I guess, probably Audrey.
Audrey and Colin. You wouldn't go with Mayella.
No, not with
Okay.
Mayella. No.
All right. Two-part question. How many times have you been to Disney?
Oh, wow. At least, it's probably under 10 right now,
Okay.
or at 10.
Second part of the question, favorite ride, not just at Disney, Six Flags, any amusement park, what's your
Okay.
favorite ride?
Tower of Terror at Disney. At
Tower of
Hollywood
Terror.
Studios.
Okay, okay. And the last question, you're about to be off the hot seat here. If you were a junior or senior coming to UniTec, what program would you enroll in?
It would be a hard decision for me to choose between this, digital media, and graphic arts.
Yeah.
I'd have to flip a coin or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Graphic arts, very popular program right now for us. Mr. Warner doing a great job. Of course, Mr. Lowry's built this program up and does a great job there. Again, Eric Bryan from the high school was sponsored by Susan Dix.
My
If
aunt.
you too, his aunt, if you too would like to sponsor someone, it's only $25 charge and you can put them in a hot seat. If you like the hot seat, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and continue to support UniTec Career Center. Thanks and have a good day.